exactly. You get it.
Yeah. I watch Star Trek.
You do. You do. We need to watch more. Especially after that episode. That was so fun.
Yeah, it's really cool how everybody takes it in differently.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How did you take that in?
Take what in?
The episode?
Oh, that episode?
Yeah.
Mostly really creepy. Makes me fear. That's the point of Black Mirror, is to make you fear the future.
Absolutely.
It definitely did. Just one, not only could I be cloned to somebody, that gives me an existential crisis, is the thought of me being cloned. Because I do that a lot in that show, where like instead of dying, you can choose to be cloned and put it in the cloud. I hate the idea of that because it's still...
It wouldn't be your consciousness.
It wouldn't. And that's what I don't like.
Oh.
Is an
but
image
it would be
of
a different
me.
person. Or it'd be you, but a different consciousness.
Right. And that wouldn't be me. But people would still perceive that as me. And that me can go around and ruin...
Be you, yeah.
My thing. Fuck up my jazz.
You think it would ruin you?
I don't know.
You don't think they would have the same personality, though, if they're like a continuation?
The question is, am I capable of making really bad choices? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it inevitable if I continue to exist forever? Yeah.
Oh.
The way it is with everybody.
Yeah.
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 Put a monkey at a typewriter long enough, it's going to write fucking Shakespeare, you heard?
Right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, but more importantly this episode, ladies, women.
Sorry.
That might have been a weird way to start this.
Absolutely.
Well, you know...
Yeah.
Oh, golly. Golly. Is that what just came out of my fucking mouth? It's 1936.
What is going on?
We went... we hit a fucking black hole or something.
We went through the wormhole.
Yeah. Anyways, what's going on, guys? We're feeling real Goof City over here.
Goof City?
Goof City, baby. Welcome to
I'm sure this documentary won't ruin that.
Oh, it absolutely might.
Because we're doing Drinkumentaries today. Woo!
Yeah. Sober thoughts.
It was with me, Savvy, and
me, Draven.
Yeah.
Yeah, today we're doing Drinkumentaries again. This one was recommended to us from my beautiful lesbian aunt. The lesbianist of aunts, Wendy. And she wants us to watch This Changes Everything, which is a documentary. Let me just read the synopsis to you. It's Gina Davis, Meryl Streep. I looked up how to say her name yesterday because I knew I was going to fuck it up. Rashida Jones?
Rashida?
Rashida, did I say that right?
I think so.
Rashida Jones, Reese Witherspoon, Sandra Oh, Jessica Chastain, Tiffany Haddish, and other top actresses discuss gender discrimination in the media and entertainment industry.
Wow, so many people I love.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I was reading. This is the synopsis. Half of it is name dropping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
I was like, Meryl Streep and Sandra Oh in the same thing. What the fuck?
And Tiffany, we just finished watching After Party.
Oh, yeah.
Which, if you haven't watched, and if you do have Apple TV, fucking watch it. It's so good.
So good.
So good.
You'll never guess who's in it and why we watched it.
Yep.
It's Ben Schwartz.
I'm sure we've already told them.
Go ahead. IMDb gives us a 7.6 out of 10. And then this is like the best rated on Rotten Tomato that we've seen so far is an 88%.
All right.
Audience, that's not audience score. Audience score gives it 100%.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Do you have the Google one?
4.2 out of 5 stars.
That's not... It should be a percentage. Why can't I remember what it's called? Oh, it doesn't give me one. Huh.
Yeah, and if you're typing in This Changes Everything, there's another documentary called This Changes Everything about something completely different.
There's this changed everything. 500 years of the Reformation.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, that's what I typed in. That's why it wasn't giving me anything. 82%.
82%.
Yep. It's made in 2015. I just saw that.
Well received.
Yeah.
It also has won an award for Best Documentary in 2018 at the Chicago International Film Festival.
In 2018?
Yes. This is a little older, 2018.
I just read 2015.
Oh. It's from... This says 2018. You're looking at the wrong documentary.
I wasn't.
Yes, you are.
I wasn't.
This was made in 2018.
Oh, wait, the other one? Oh, this one's about climate change.
Yeah.
Why? Why are there so many?
I don't know. Well, This Changes Everything is... it seems like a pretty common title, honestly.
Okay, this one has 85% then on Google.
And then it has also won another award. Oh, no, they were a nominee for Best Documentary at the Chicago International Film Festival. But they have won one award, which was the Cleveland International Film Festival in 2019. Okay. And then they got nominated for a bunch more.
Neat.
Seemed to be a pretty big film festival thing, though, because, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of film festivals on here.
That's probably how Netflix picked it up.
That's all I have for now, really, unless you need to know who the director is.
Yes.
Tom Donahue.
Oh, a man.
A man.
Interesting.
That's what I thought, too. Which, his name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think his name is familiar because of Tim Donahue, which I feel like was a professor at my college. Because I looked up Tom Donahue and I did not recognize anything. I think Tim Donahue is a person.
Tim Donahue, maybe. I wonder if they're related.
He's a millionaire. Wait. There's a lot of Tim Donahues. Would you name your children Tim and Tom?
Tim and Tom?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Same.
I have children names picked out already just so they're not fucking generic.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having a kid and not knowing what to name it, and then you're just like,
Bob.
John. We're going John.
I can't.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine that. I already have names picked out too.
My first daughter's name is going to be Honey.
My first son's name is going to be Milo.
That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I like that one.
Yeah.
My name for a boy is... It's just Derek, but it has a certain attachment to me. It's the first character I ever wrote.
Derek.
Yeah. I'm not settled on it, but I just wanted to name my children after characters I've written.
I feel like Derek is what you name, like, the school bully.
No, he was the main character. Good little boy. He, let me explain this movie I wrote to you when I was in freshman year. Yeah, Derek, he was a painter. Mm-hmm. And he had a pet rabbit named Jesus that talked to him because he was crazy.
Wow, I thoroughly remember this now.
Yeah.
That's all I needed. I remember that.
Yeah. Which I'm not completely letting go of that idea because I think I could somewhere with it.
I think you could too. Especially because you started writing some of it, didn't you?
Yeah, like forever ago.
Yeah.
It probably looks like shit now if I went back and read it.
Well, that's what editing's for.
Yep. If only I had an editor.
If only,
if only my
you
best
had
friend
an
were an
editor.
Well,
this is going to be released when we are in New York. So
yeah. So shalom from the Big Apple. Ooh. I didn't even... That seemed racial, but I was just trying to think of another way to say it.
I like that you started going ooh at the same time as me.
Because, like, I see now after it's coming out of my mouth, but I was just looking for another way to say hello.
Learn another language, my guy.
Arigato.
Konnichiwa.
Bonjour. Bonjour from the Big Apple. Cut the rest of that out.
Juice.
What'd you just say?
Juice.
What is that?
That's German.
Oh yeah, I don't German.
Yeah. It's alright.
Well,
I know too much German. More than I would like to admit, you know?
yeah. For reasons of... Is it because of their past?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
right.
Germany is a great example of learning from the past.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Mm-hmm. They're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it just sucks to have to be like, sorry for like...
Yeah, sorry for
80
speaking
years.
that language. Yeah. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Sorry for 80 years.
Yeah.
I mean, America's been doing shitty things for 200 plus years.
And we refuse to apologize. Yeah. This is America, baby.
We're like, exactly. Exactly.
America's like a bad boyfriend.
Yeah.
I've never made a mistake.
Exactly.
No, the problem is everybody else. They're putting stuff in your brain to think.
And I'm sure this is going to make us feel even better about America.
Oh, that what we're about to watch?
Yeah.
I'm sure it will.
For sure.
I'm sure I will get more upset at my own gender.
Yeah.
Than I already am.
Anyway, what are our genders?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm boy. I'm Draven.
I'm boy.
I'm a male.
What are your pronouns?
Why did I forget him?
Why are you?
He, him. I'm not used to being asked this. He, him.
Okay.
I didn't have a response ready. I've never been asked.
Oh, never?
No.
That's tough.
What about you?
What about me? I'm a she, they.
Yeah.
I consider myself non-binary.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's that. A queer non-binary folk.
Folk.
That like she, they.
She, they.
Yep. So we're gonna be talking about women.
We're gonna be talking about half of your pronouns.
Yeah.
And probably quite a bit of mine, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all our fault.
Oh. You're right.
This world is ruined by people that look like me. White men.
White.
Yeah.
Not poor, though.
Not poor. At least I got that going.
Yeah. And not straight either, or gay.
Yeah, true though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a gay man that's ever done anything wrong. Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I was gonna say that.
Why does Jeffrey Dahmer keep going up today? I tried on glasses today, and I went on Savvy. Like you went to go to the store while I was getting the exam done, and waiting for you to get back. And I was just standing there forever trying on glasses, waiting for you to get there because I was not going to make any decisions by myself.
As you shouldn't, because...
But I picked one I really liked. Savvy came in, I wore him and looked at her, and she was like, no, you look like Jeffrey Dahmer.
I was like, you like those? And then you said, you know? I said, no.
Yeah. It's been a full day.
For sure. Absolutely.
Started with breakfast. Don't usually do that.
Nope. Yeah. Breakfast at lunchtime, but you know. We gotta watch this.
Yeah. All right.
We're getting into it.
We're hyper, and we might not be when we get back. Love you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Cue the music.
Do the music.
Do the music. All right. We are 2 glasses of wine deep.
Oh, yeah. Starting to feel it.
I feel it for sure.
Oh, I feel it for sure as well.
Yeah.
That was quite the thing, wasn't it?
It sure was. It made me really feel, as someone who got a degree in video production, made me want to actually use it.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to, like, direct something, and I did direct a lot of my videos I directed all of my videos in school, but, you know, that was, like, for school projects, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What are you looking at?
I was looking at some of these trivia facts about the thing.
About the thing?
Yeah, about the documentary.
Oh, trivia facts?
Yeah.
Like,
well, just little facts about the thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you want to hear one?
Yeah.
Although a large part of the documentary focuses on the fact that female directors do not get work and have trouble getting hired, the director of this film, Tom Donahue, is male. However, as stated at the end of the credits, 75% of the crew of the people involved in this is women.
Oh, okay. That's good. He did a few other documentaries as well.
Yeah.
So.
God damn it, there was a thing that I was saving for this,
Mm-hmm.
and I cannot remember what it was at all.
You might later, as we go through the things.
Yeah.
Basically, this documentary was just a lot of testimonials.
For sure.
It was all testimonials. It wasn't a lot. It was all testimonials.
100%.
Yeah. Nonstop. That was the whole thing. Mostly female actresses and directors, producers, things like that. There were also a few men in there, like sparingly, but from different professions and whatnot. And this was about everything to do with movies, from acting to
distributing,
and directing and the crew, and getting hired. Employment was a big part of this.
Even consumption.
Yeah, and consumption. Yeah. So all around, all about Hollywood.
Yeah.
Through the scope of women.
The one thing I wanted to say is it really makes you think about how important representation is in media.
Yeah.
Like, because I think, Jesus Christ, your cats. But a big thing I was wanting to say was that a lot of the things that this world is bloodthirsty for, you know what I mean? Like how everything's kind of bad starts with what we consume. Like that's where a lot of change happens. That's where a lot of people get who they are from. It's from media. So it's important that these changes happen for things to change and happen. You know what I mean? And also, another thing I wanted to say was I think it would be great for the movie industry altogether if, like, this representation was taken as an action. You know what I mean? Like, not just like, oh, we like this one, let's get this lady in the pictures, but like as like making it almost a law, like they talk about through most of this, making that representation a law. Because, like, think about the fucking shit we've been being spoon-fed for the past fucking 20 years. Fucking reboots and fucking... all the reboots, sequels. It's, like, to force some original ideas to be put upon us. And I feel like forcing representation would help with that a lot. You know what I mean? Original stories. It would make a lot of real original stories come to light. And that would be great for everybody involved.
A lot of Hollywood lately, especially with Disney, has been, you know, remaking movies with big name people so that they can make more money off the original, because the original is not like being distributed and like not making ticket sales and shit like that. So they remake it to bring in more people currently because of inflation and shit. So they're making more money from it.
Capitalism ruins everything, including art.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And another thing with representation is like that's how also people who don't live around people who are different from them can get exposure to people who actually are different from them and from different cultures and different ways of life. And that's like, it's a very direct way to give that exposure to them.
I feel like a lot of times when it comes to, if we're talking women's rights or if we're talking minority rights, a lot of times those conversations go hand in hand. Because, like, a lot of this was woman-focused on, woman-focused about representation, but it bled into more minority stuff, which is always hand in hand. It's just represent everybody equally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Intersectionality is the key word there.
Okay.
That's like when you're both a woman and a woman of color.
Right.
You experience intersectionality with your discrimination. The discrimination you experience. There we go.
Do you want another trivia fact?
Yeah.
I haven't read this before. I'm reading it, so.
Okay.
At 58 minutes and 36 seconds, in the newspaper article shown has a paragraph that repeats. The first column paragraph that starts, "That was the day the directors," repeats in the second column. The line that refers to the job categories involved are mentioned in... I don't know what the fuck any of that means.
Yeah, neither do I.
That's not important.
Not at all.
Yeah. That's all the trivia facts I have.
Great. Well,
IMDb really failed me.
I'm going to throw in... Well, because you were on IMDb.
Yeah. That's where I do a lot of movies.
I'm going to start with my notes that I have here. This was all about Hollywood, obviously, which is important because apparently...
The devil to art, Hollywood.
But apparently 80% of all media around the world that is like distributed around the world is made in the US. Which is why they were saying like it's not just about us. Like we are contributing to cultures all around the world.
Right.
And giving them media.
You really start to think about the things that you've enjoyed your entire life, how problematic they could be. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely. Which I have always been one to look at things like that. But thinking critically about something and having issues with it, for me, does not mean that I can't thoroughly enjoy it and love it.
Right.
So
it creates problems for me. Like, I can't even like J. Cole anymore after I started paying attention to his lyrics. I'm like, this guy just blames all of his problems on women.
I still listen to J. Cole.
I still listen to J. Cole, but the whole time I'm like, should I? Just like, you know what I mean? But like, it's...
I mean, I get that. But I think as long as you are aware of the issues...
Yeah.
If you're aware of the issues and you still want to consume that form of art, then it,
I mean, yeah.
It means something to you.
J. Cole is very technically talented.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lyrically and such.
I like a lot of his songs.
Rhythmically.
So, yep.
He's a very talented guy, but he's got some viewpoints he needs to learn to get over for somebody that claims to be as woke as he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learned a lot of... Whoa! They fight in. Thor! Don't chase!
Marla's first appearance to the podcast.
Oh, I swear. They've been going at it all day.
They really have.
So sorry about that. I just yelled. Yeah!
Yeah, we're doing the podcast right now, Thor. You know what that means.
Thor! Oh, boy.
Oh, Jesus. Yo, what?
Something that I found out, or learned about from this documentary that I did not know before, was that there were actually a lot of female directors in the beginning of movies being made, like in the...
Oh, yeah.
From the early 1900s.
Before movies had sound.
Up until the 30s, which is when sound came in. And I was like, sound? How the fuck? What does that mean? How did that affect such a thing? But apparently, because studios added sound to their movies, that meant they needed to have studios do things inside and build studios that had sound equipment, which was, a lot of money, understandably. But that meant that they needed
a lot of money to come in, yeah.
And that money came from banks. And
who runs the banks?
Men.
What kind of men?
White men. And that then led to them having a lot of say in what was being created, and then led to women not directing a lot of things.
Yeah.
And also unions played a part in that. The first bad thing I've ever heard about unions.
I hear in the art industry they're not as good as they could be.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. But yeah, the unions were like, mostly men. So mostly men were making the union movies.
Yeah.
That was shitty. And then it was something like there were a shit ton of female directors, and then in like 1936, there was only one female in the Directors Guild. So really, really cut down there.
It's just all bad.
Yeah.
From the ground up. Like, it's hard as...
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Like, it definitely goes to show there being people like us that...
Thor's upset about it, too.
Yeah. Thor has not calmed down since we watched
Thor! It's all right.
But you and me were talking about this, how this is probably the best generation and the generations following to fix things.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've, like, things have changed. Like, not as much as they should have,
mm-hmm.
but they've changed a little. Like, enough for us to be like, I see that there's a problem here, and I like what fixing it is producing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know where I was going with that, but...
That's a good point. I agree that, young people are the future, as they like to say, but I feel like they also have said that a lot before with each generation that comes about. And now, with the lifespan increasing at such a radical rate, old people are getting older and a lot more of them around.
Young people are dying younger.
Oh. Eventually we're all just gonna die off, but who knows when that'll be. Until then, we gotta make some changes, guys.
Yeah.
Because representation is important to both our mental health and our culture.
I want to talk...
Our cultural experiences.
I want to talk about the wine that we're drinking.
Oh, yeah. Is that what you were looking up this whole time?
Yeah, I'm trying to find what I need, and it's kind of hard.
I'll tell you what, I can read the back of the bottle. It's from Jessica to May.
Okay, I just had something about her pop up.
It is the Cupcake Vineyards Butter-Kissed Chardonnay. Oh, that's why. It's 13.5%.
Oh, I'm feeling 13.5% drunk right now.
Absolutely. Oh, look, it says serve with wood-fired pizza, buttery popcorn, or movie nights with friends.
Oh, wow.
Wow. It's very delicious. This is delicious wine.
We bought this...
We have bought this twice already.
Yeah. And it was with the,
the Women's History Month.
Yeah. It was with a section of wine that was all Women's History Month. Women-made wines. And,
which is cute.
And I didn't even put that together when we bought it, but it feels fitting that that's what we drank tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it
just happened.
And honestly, the best way to get representation to be established is by consuming it. Because that's all that matters to all these fucking white men is what's being consumed.
You're right. What's making money?
What's making money? We gotta start putting our money in the right places, people.
You're right.
Yeah.
Donate to the ACLU. I do it every month. Easy. You can do something as low as $5 a month, which is what I do.
I'm thinking about starting my own charity for putting an end to children beauty pageants.
I feel like there has to be something for that already. There has to be.
I feel like there ought to be, if there's not.
There's gotta be.
Because it's just like the grossest thing ever. And what does it tell a young woman? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can't lead to anything.
It's terrible.
Great.
No.
Probably a lot of body image issues.
Are men part of those children beauty pageants?
Oh, almost exclusively men
so.
are.
Wait, what? I meant boys.
Oh, right.
No, do boys do child beauty pageants?
No,
I don't think they fucking do.
Sports.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Making a man value himself by how helpful he is. Yeah.
How athletic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all bad. Everything's bad. Everything sucks.
This country's a hellscape. Anyway.
We've all died. This is hell.
Welcome to purgatory.
Yeah. No. We skip purgatory. This is hell.
It's straight hell. Okay.
Straight hell.
Anyway. I have some things on here that I wrote down.
Sorry.
And don't really remember what they are. The CSI effect.
Ooh, I remember what the CSI effect is.
I think I remember that one more than the other one I have here, so I'm gonna try and explain that one. The CSI effect was basically like women and girls seeing things in media and then taking up that thing. So like with Brave and Hunger Games, it was archery. There was an uptick in I think it was like 103% more girls started doing archery, and they were even doing it more than adult men. And it's called the CSI effect because of CSI and seeing women in forensics, and like more women started going into that field after that show aired. So that's why that's called that. Yeah. But then there's also the Bechdel test. BECHDEL test.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about that was a little questionable.
Yeah, because we were talking.
Well, no, that's the one that like it used computer software to go through a bunch of different media and figure out how much female representation was in it.
Right.
But you and me were talking for one that excludes non-binary people.
I thought this was after that.
It might have been, actually. I think
it was.
I think the other one might have been more like similar to that, but more like
because I think that in person led to this.
Yeah, the other one was more in person. It was like them going to see the movies and be like, "Great A, this flies by fine with us." But
I think the Bechdel test was something to do with the speaking. Let me look it up.
Oh, I think it was something to do with like the kind of speaking that was going on. Okay. So like if it was like women mostly talking about nail polish, it did not do well with them. You know what I mean? But you look that up.
It is a way of evaluating whether or not a film or other work of fiction portrays women in a way that is sexist or characterized by gender stereotyping. To pass, a work must feature at least 2 women. These women must talk to each other, and their conversation must concern something other than a man. That is quite a high standard for sure.
Yeah. Let me think of all the movies I've seen. Nope, don't know. That's not in there.
Mad Max Fury Road passes that test.
Oh yeah.
Finding Nemo does not.
Yeah.
The Hunger Games passes. Toy Story does not. Up fails all of the criteria there.
There's no women in it. Just one dead one.
Just, yep. And they do not have a female conversation, and it's definitely not about men.
Yeah, you have to have
Silence of the Lambs passes that test. Shawshank Redemption does not.
Well, Shawshank Redemption is also all men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I'm trying to find. I've been looking this whole time.
I also love that movie, Shawshank Redemption.
It's a good movie. I like it too. But it's not like you're not saying that all stories have to be, but more representation has to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like that movie takes place in a men's prison, so it's like makes a little more sense. But like,
well, I mean, the people working there could have been women.
That's true. That's a good point. Well, I think in the time period that it took place, women probably didn't work in correctional facilities.
How also, was that?
I'm not going to call it a correctional facility. We were also talking about this earlier today. It's a fucking prison.
We literally passed one earlier.
Let's not call it that. Let's call it a prison.
It's a prison.
It's a bad place with a bad name.
Place, yeah.
A bad place with a bad name.
Thor really likes your shoes.
You can try them on if you want.
What is that? Oh, a little chirp.
But I looked into it, and I'm not seeing anything about a charity for against children beauty pageants.
Charity might not be the word. Maybe like a...
I'm seeing petitions.
Yeah, petition. That's the word.
But none of those are doing anything. Petitions don't really do anything anymore.
No, they don't. Is that on change.org?
No, it's on collectiveshout.org.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. I do have a change.org account, though.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I learned from this movie was a few great men, actually, that had great qualities that I learned about. One of them was Mel Brooks.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Who was a director.
So nervous when they brought Mel Brooks, because they were like, Mel Brooks, you never know what he's going to say. He's a loose cannon. I was like, oh, please don't ruin it. Like,
yeah.
I love Airplane so much. But like... And then, yeah, they were talking about him at the meeting or whatever. For
the Directors Guild.
Yeah, Directors Guild.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, you don't know what he's going to say? And then all of a sudden he was like, what did he say? He was...
He said something about
like, it's their time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in women. Like, you're shunning women from the...
Yeah. He was basically like, this is bullshit. Let them do their thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Franklin is also another director who was trying to help the women with their suing the I guess the production companies because of the discrimination. And then the FX CEO, his name is John, and his last name starts with a G, but I do not think what I wrote here is correct.
Can I see what you have written?
No.
Okay, no. Because you know I'd say it out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Landgraf. I had the last part right.
Full name?
Yeah.
Say it.
John Landgraf.
Okay.
The FX CEO, and he was very cool.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was going to be a fucking...
Yeah, especially because... What happened was this lady got together all these statistics for specifically the representation both in the... I can't remember if it was the media or the, like, behind the camera stuff, like the crew stuff. I think it was crew.
I think it might have been both.
Okay. But it was...
I think it was more... Actually, I think it was more on camera focused.
I think it was the opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because then they started showing shows like Atlanta.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Maybe it was then. Well, either way. It was in 4 categories. White men, white women, men of color, and women of color. And the worst one... And it was, like, specifically by the company. The production company. And the worst one was FX. And John read about it, and he was like, oh, shit. Because he considered himself a feminist and an enlightened person. Mm-hmm. And then he actually fucking changed what was being produced.
He did a good.
Yeah.
As some would say.
He actually changed what was happening.
He said, you know what?
Because of that.
Accountability.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? Not only accountability, change.
And he said a great point that I think a lot of white men have trouble with is that, like, for some reason, when white men are told about, like, like being the most powerful, like, denomination. What is that called? What is that called? What is the grouping called?
I don't know.
But what he was saying is that a lot of white men take that personally and feel like it diminishes what they have accomplished in their own life and, like, makes them feel unworthy.
Because of their inherent advantage.
Yes. Yeah. But he was like, I don't see it that way. I see it as, like, just a fact. Like, that's just how it is. It doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean anything about me personally, as long as I recognize that that is a fact and that is how it is, and I have to be aware of that for other people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you a better person to be aware of that. So be aware of how it is for other people to exist in this world.
I've always been very aware of it, and, like, I always just felt like it made me a shitty person just because I was white.
Right.
And a man. But, you know, I don't have anything else to say on that because I honestly still feel that way. But
well, that's not what it's supposed to happen. Like,
yeah,
you being white doesn't mean you're a shitty person because you're white. You being white and taking advantage of that, even without knowing it, makes you a shitty person.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, I get what you're saying. For sure. But at least I'm poor and gay, so I have those two things.
Right.
But it's just crazy that, like, after so long of fighting for certain things, that nothing has happened. Because a bunch of white men that are in control have looked at it and be like, well, there's no money in that. This is working just fine.
Yeah, and it all comes back to capitalism, ladies and gents.
Yep, that's a big reason I don't fuck with tradition. I don't like tradition.
I think tradition can not be toxic if it's
for sure.
You know, not toxic.
I like that local grown tradition like my family has. Tacos on Christmas. You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
That's a
family tradition is cute.
Fresh farmers market tradition I'm talking about. Yeah.
Homegrown. Yeah, that is cute.
I just always feel like tradition is used in a bad context a lot.
It is.
And it's an excuse for people to be racist or sexist and such.
Because they're like, that's how it is. That's how it always has been.
I don't know. My grandpappy told me I could hit a woman if she said that.
Right.
Get hysterical.
Yeah. Fuck. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, carrying down that ignorance from generation to generation, and that's why it hasn't stopped.
Yeah. A big part of my life has always been trying to be the end to a lot of generational curses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a lot from fucking
that's okay.
Head to shoulders, knees and toes.
I'm gonna say this. That's why I don't really give a fuck about family, you know?
Family.
Because, like, biological family is what I'm talking about.
For sure. That's why you cry at found family stuff.
Exactly. Yep. Because your biological family, like, for some reason we put them, like, I don't know, on a pedestal. Like,
I feel like pedestal is the wrong word. It's like,
yeah.
It's more like
we hold them higher because they are biologically related to us. Like, they're more important to us because we share DNA.
It's not even like we inherently feel that way. It's we're told.
Yeah, it's
we have
a cultural thing. Absolutely.
I've never felt that way in my entire life as somebody that's
Same.
just come from broken shit after broken shit. Like I'm 4 generations deep of broken shit. So like at this point I'm just like I don't understand why somebody still talks to their dad if they don't have to. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just like it's that kind of shit where I'm just like I don't get why you don't just cut anybody toxic out of your life.
Exactly. Like it doesn't fucking matter if they are the closest family member you have, like your parents. Like if they are a shitty person, they have no right to be in your life. Yeah. It does not fucking matter.
Honestly, you don't have to respect anybody that isn't worthy of your respect.
Exactly.
Parent or no.
Exactly. They have, like, if a stranger, you know, or like a boyfriend or a friend treated you the same way as they are, you would not, you know?
Yeah.
You would be like, oh, they're a shitty fucking person.
Yeah.
And I have them in my life anymore.
I had somebody that listens to this podcast, not going to name names, but they were talking about their grandmother to me the other day and how their grandma is just a bad person.
Yeah.
But it always starts with love her to death. But, you know what I mean? Like, just, no, but fuck her. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you don't have to love someone because they are your family.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That also creates this bad thing of some people start families because they need somebody to love them unconditionally.
Right.
Without them having to make changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Do not have a family because of that. Do not have children because you want someone to love you unconditionally. That is selfish and stupid.
Yeah. I doubt if you feel that way, you're listening to this podcast. But maybe your kid listened to you. And
yeah.
If you fucking need to tell a toxic family member to get out of your life, send them this next thing I'm about to say. Hey, dickweed. You fucking piece of shit. I know you're my family, and I might always have to, like, think about you and have you around me when I go to family events, but I don't respect you, and you aren't worthy of my love. You have to earn that shit. Deuces, dummy.
Deuces, dummy.
Deuces, dummy.
I like that.
But they were telling me about their grandma, and just, like, they said when they were younger, their grandma would be like, I will buy you clothes if you lose 20 pounds.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
Yeah, for sure.
Die in a fire.
And I feel like for some reason people feel like they can treat family however the fuck they want because they're related to each other.
Yeah.
And like they're always going to be, you know, around.
Because they have to be
because
there.
They have to be.
Nobody has to be there, you fucking dickweed.
Absolutely not. And that's why found family shit gets me so much because
it's a bunch of people
like
that
you're choosing to be around those people. You've chosen them.
You've found a reason to love them.
Yes,
unconditionally
exactly.
or no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's the purest form of love, my opinion.
There are certain people where you just are like, yeah, I love you unconditionally no matter what happens from here on out because of the things that have happened, which is amazing. It's a great feeling to love somebody unconditionally, but if they haven't earned it, don't give it to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, they can also lose it, you know?
Yeah, if you're letting somebody in your life like that, you're not helping them at all by being like, you can be here no matter what. Yeah. You're doing nothing for them by doing that. Absolutely. You need to, like, tell them, like, hey.
Like, no consequences for the shitty actions. Just a bunch of excuses.
Exactly. Instead. This shit is earned. It's not given. Mm-hmm. Nothing in life is free. No. Not in this capitalist society.
No. Not even love. I didn't mean that.
Love is free.
Love is free. You can give it out to whoever you want. Just don't give it to shitty people. Yeah. Okay? Make those people earn it. Because it'll make them better.
The only thing in this life that is free is love and air.
For now.
For now, yeah, until they start bottling air like in fucking the Lorax. Yeah.
They have air dispensers in their houses.
Start fucking have to pay a pill that makes you feel love. I'm about to write a Black Mirror episode about that.
I mean, the way things are going, with all our dissociative disorders because of technology right now.
That's another thing too, to bring it back to the documentary, is that as a society that has become something that is so involved in consumption of media, it is very important for representation to be there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We consume that like, especially after the pandemic.
Nonstop.
Like, that streaming services went up.
If you're not talking, you're looking at your phone. I try not to be like that.
That too.
I try not to look at my phone in waiting rooms and shit, but like...
Yeah. What else are you gonna do, you know? Just sit there, look around the room?
I do that.
I do sometimes too.
Just to try to be off my phone. Just live in a moment of waiting. It makes you a more patient person.
It does. I feel like I'm patient enough, though.
It's hard to say because we hang out with each other and we're the most patient people in the world. I couldn't imagine being around somebody that's impatient.
Yeah. I lived with one for 2 years.
Oh, yeah? I want to cut that out. Because I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't think they listen to this podcast.
I'll try not to talk.
It'd be fun if they do, though. I love you, but you are impatient, and I know you know it, so...
This is like that time I called out Bethany for being a bad driver. Also,
it is your one flaw. And, you know, you might have gotten better at it by now. We haven't hung out in a while, so I'm excited to see.
Yeah. That's the fun thing about being away from a friend for a long time, is seeing the things that have changed. Yeah,
their emotional growth.
Yeah.
I love emotional growth, and people all love seeing that shit.
How have I grown since?
You're definitely less, like, self-pitying.
That's good. I feel like I'm still quite a bit self-pitying, but it's definitely less. I think
you're much better.
Yeah. Also, yeah. I don't chase hurt anymore.
Absolutely.
I don't think.
You're much more emotionally mature.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Well, how would that be a bad way?
Wait.
I love when I know that both of our faces did the same thing. Like at the beginning of this episode, when I said...
Yeah.
Shalom from New York.
Jesus Christ.
And we both were like, wait, whoa.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I want to go back on that again and just say, I didn't mean it like that. But I could see how that'd be misinterpreted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What do you think about for me?
For you, biggest things that have changed? I'd say mostly your comfortability with, like, not caring what people think, especially family. Also, just knowing more what you want. And just going for it.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just an overall sense of, like this world was made for you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The world is what you want it to be.
Yep. It's all about the eyes that are looking at it. Not the ones talking about it. You know when you take a quote and then try to, like, flip it around so it sounds like something new? I basically just said beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but, like...
Speaking of quotes, the one that ended the
I also have quotes pulled up here, but there's only 2 of them.
But they're probably stupid. The one that ended this documentary was, what's good for women is good for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And,
the chant.
Yeah. That's that, really.
You could say that about anything
and everything.
Well, any equality movement is...
What's good for the gays is good for everybody.
I believe what they said is women's right is human's rights.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
That's one of the chants.
Yeah. I'll do this one. I really like this one that Marie Glees said. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. So sorry. But it was, since I was a little kid, for me, immortality came from what you create.
Oh, yeah.
And that fucking hit my soul.
That was a good one.
Because that's my biggest thing. Like, as long as I know that I can leave a legacy behind, I'm not scared of death. Mm-hmm. As long as my name is echoed.
I don't give a shit the other way. Either way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I've noticed another growth in you.
I mean, like, I'd like to create shit, but,
No, I mean more how you're approaching death now.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Might as well get comfortable with the idea of it. It makes you think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if you go around, for one, thinking you're immortal...
Yeah, don't do that.
It's gonna lead to a lot of stupid decisions.
Absolutely.
For two, not thinking about how much time you have can lead to you... It's a weird spectrum of being like either A, you're not gonna do enough, or B, you're gonna die too soon. It's just like finding that healthy middle ground of how you view death to be like, I'm gonna live it up as much as I can while I got the time, but not gonna get myself dead.
Yeah.
Sooner.
But without without cutting that time short.
Yeah. That's why I quit smoking. Mm-hmm. My brain hurts every day.
Well, you know, I was going to say this earlier. You're not going to be able to do anything for at least 2 hours on our way to and from New York, so...
That's fine. My willpower is the strongest thing about me.
Okay.
I don't need to smoke.
Uh-huh.
It's just a thing to do when I'm not doing anything.
You don't need nicotine at all?
Mm-mm.
Don't buy another vape.
I'm coming off of smoking. I could you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like vaping constantly isn't gonna make you better.
Yeah. I know all these things for sure that you're saying to me.
I'm sure you do know them. I also know them.
Yeah. I'm an addict though, so it's like at least I'm saying that now. I'm addicted to something, but
yeah.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. I mean, vaping is much better than smoking, but...
Supposedly. I'm just happy people think that so I can vape now.
It is.
Actually?
Yeah.
How
it's
so?
Vaporizing
Water.
liquid into vapor instead of solid being combusted into smoke.
So, scientifically, probably better for you.
Yeah.
Another quote from this is, the basis of your thinking is determined by the first images you see, whose values are important and whose stories are important. And that's what we're teaching to little girls and little boys. That was Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah. Okay, those quotes weren't stupid. I take it back.
Yeah. It's hard to say a quote would be stupid if it was from this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, the trivia facts...
The trivia facts sucked.
Yeah, those are...
The one sucked.
Not...
The other one was alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's shit I could have just learned from watching the thing.
Absolutely.
Watching all the credits.
Yep.
Not gonna do that, though.
No.
When have you ever watched all the credits? That's how you know a movie's
Marvel.
fucking real. They're cheating you into watching them, though.
Yeah, they force you.
But
also, I know people that have worked on it, so like I feel like
that's true.
So
shout out to Weston.
Shout out to Weston J.
I was gonna tag you in the Instagram post, but I didn't know if you wanted me doing that.
No, why did you?
I didn't know if she wanted me doing that.
So.
But now I can tell her that we talked about her, so that gave me an excuse to talk to her.
Exactly.
If you're listening to this right now, just know this is my excuse. But
I watched all of the credits.
Oh, we did watch all the credits specifically to see if we could catch her name.
Yeah. I forget the movie. Was it Spider-Man?
It was No Way Home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw... We still follow you and think about you all the time. That's a big thing. I feel like that's a big thing people don't understand about each other is like, if you were in my life, I think about you constantly. Especially in like those formative years, you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
I'm sure they feel the same way about me, but it's hard to get past that thought of like they got other shit going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thinking about doesn't mean like reaching out to contact. You know.
I've been trying to do that more often.
Yeah.
Is reaching out to people that I think about.
It is hard.
It is hard because how do you
There's so many people.
Also, how do you go about just being like, hey, I know we haven't talked in 5 years. But,
Yeah.
how's the kids?
Thinking about you. Yeah.
That's why I wanted to be a high school reunion so bad. But,
yeah. It'd be so fun.
Let's you and me organize it.
Okay.
When we get a house, we can.
Yeah.
Because it's not like we can go back to our old building, but
I'll find a way.
I bet they would let us. I
got
don't know
a
what's going
hookup.
on there.
I got hookups. I know people
all
down
over
there
the
now.
town.
Yeah.
All over the little.
All over.
Little.
That part shall be believed.
Did they get to hear how softly I said it?
Yeah. It's alright.
It's alright.
Say it again with a made up city. Town. City, state. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do I need to do another one?
Yes.
Gorgondale Schmitherson.
Okay.
That sounded like a made up name.
Don't do it again.
Let me do one more.
Okay.
Glendale, Florida. I don't know.
Wow. 0 to 100.
I don't know if Glendale, Florida is a real place.
It sounds like it is.
That's how you know it's a good lie.
Exactly.
It sounds like
exactly.
it's the truth.
Anything else rating? Are we doing ratings? Do we do ratings for this?
We did not do ratings yet.
Do we do this for any documentary?
Yeah, we did it for
Hell House?
No, because we started the rating system after Hell House.
Abducted in Plain Sight?
We
did do ratings for that?
I think we did do ratings for Abducted in Plain Sight. No, actually, I think we started them at Evil Dead the Musical. Who knows?
I don't think we did any ratings for documentaries.
I don't think we have. I think
we did them for everything else.
Because most of the time you should probably watch these over.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It was a good documentary. And honestly, it was an hour and a half, but it fucking flew by.
It really did. Just because
it just kept going. Like the pace was very good.
And it didn't even stop. Like, there's this build up that you still feel after the credits roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's just how fight for the equal rights go. Is it's a constant battle that will probably never end.
Absolutely.
At least in our lifetimes.
No.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean you should stop trying. Stop trying.
Unless society collapses, then I think it'll be over.
Start fresh. All day. Anarchist till the end. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
I'm an anarchist and a Satanist, but like the cool kind of Satanist that's just more like organized atheist.
Are you an anarchist now? Because I said I was.
Oh, how dare you assume that?
Oh, damn. The face you just made at me. I'm so sorry for assuming such a thing.
I already figured you would assume that. No, sometimes you say stuff to me and I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But all that's going to be cut.
Is it?
Yeah. All that's cut.
You'll cut it? Okay.
Yeah. All that's going to be cut. But I want where I said it's going to be cut for it to cut in where we're laughing. And then I say that's all going to be cut.
Okay.
And then this part's cut too. Now it's not because you laughed at it.
As long as you can keep track.
Yeah. But yeah, I say we where are we at?
Oh my, an hour and 15 minutes.
Holy shit!
We surely did just babble on there, didn't we?
It felt good. It felt like this was gonna be a good episode.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming out once again, if you're here.
Thank you guys. Support women in everything that they do. You know?
Absolutely. Support
especially media. Specifically media. I'll say it.
Any marginalized group.
Yeah.
Anything you can do to support.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have a good night. make sure you're thinking about the things that you're doing and the things that you're consuming.
Think critically about yourself and the world around you.
Mm-hmm.
It'll make you a better person and make the world a better place.
And most importantly, nobody is entitled to your love.
Yes.
It is theirs to earn. Good night. Love you guys. Savvy, are you... Laptop's closer to you.
Yeah. Do you want to say it?
No, you got it.
What am I saying?
You're going to say this one.
Oh.
You're going to... So, like, the episode ends... That's the bit we've been doing this entire time. When somebody says... The episode ends when somebody says, oh, this one?
Oh, yeah. Like, oh, this one right here. The square, not the circle.
Yeah, so, like, but you wouldn't want to say all that. You'd be like, oh, this one?
Oh, this one.